Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today we're out in the woods back here at camp, and we're gonna do a little cooking in the Dutch oven. And Ava's back here with me. It's been raining, snowed a little bit last night. It's cold out here, so we're gonna do a pork tenderloin that's marinated, and some homemade or homegrown canned green beans, and I got some red potatoes we're gonna cook. So I'll flip you around and show you what we're working with, and then we're gonna get to making our fire. All right, so I have an onion, a little piece of ham, and I'm gonna put that in the green beans. And then I'm gonna take this pork loin that was on sale. It's marinated, and I've never actually made one of these that's been marinated already, so we're about to see what that's like. We've got a little olive oil, and of course we got our Dutch oven and a little pot, and that's what we're going to be doing. And today I'm going to be cooking, instead of on my fire pit with the stones around it, I'm going to be using I have a fire pit back here that I brought back. It's cast iron, or well, it's steel, and I'm gonna pull a couple of the grates off, and I'm just gonna use, I have a hook that it sets on these rods. I need to move the grates, but it sets on there, and that'll allow my Dutch oven to swing. So I'm gonna use that back here today. We're just gonna set it up real quick. I'm gonna move it out from underneath my tarp, and we're gonna get going. I found an old camera tripod that my mom had, and it works sort of, but I don't have a remote or anything, so, but you'll just have to bear with me with that. I'm going to use it. So yeah, I'm going to get this rolling. All right, so we have our fire going, and my hook isn't going to work for me on this, and I'll show you that real quick. It just sits a little lower. I need some longer poles, but it's a pretty sweet little fire pit. It allows stuff to swing around, but it's got in each post a hole to put a rod in. But I'm going to use this grate instead, and put my bean pot on it. And then after the fire burns down, I'm going to add some coals. And here's the main grate that locks in over the top, but I want to be able to reach them coals, so I'm just going to set that over the fire a little bit so I can put my Dutch oven on there. And then we'll put some coals on top of it this time. But, oops, we're gonna let our fire burn down, and I'm gonna split a little bit more wood I've got cut up, and then we're gonna start getting everything going once that burns down good. All right, I'm gonna bring this over and see if I can show this real quick. I cut up that ham into pieces and half of that onion. Let me see if I can get that in there. There you go. That way I don't have to. And again, it's chilly out here. It's probably in the, I don't know, probably the 30s, mid 30s. It's chilly. So this ain't really even hot that much. But, and of course I got some coffee going. I get that going, and I'm gonna let that burn down a little bit more so I can get some coals to put on top of the Dutch oven, and we'll throw the grate on top, and yeah, we'll just keep rolling. So all I've done here is I put some, I let that onion and ham simmer, and my three go-to is salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and so I added a little bit of that. And all I'm doing now is I put it down on the coals so that way I can get it to get hotter a little bit better before I put it up here and just let it simmer on the rack. But all I'm doing is creating a broth here, and that'd be good for those beans, those green beans that I brought back. All right, our ham and onion has come to a boil. And it's been going probably about 15 minutes. I got a nice little broth going here. So while that's on the main fire, I'm gonna go ahead and add our green beans. Oh, lost one. Here you go, Eve. One green bean. She loves green beans. So I added our green beans, and so I'm gonna let that come up to a boil. And after that comes to a boil, I'm gonna pull it off of the fire and put it back up here on my grate and put the lid on it and just let that go for an hour and let it get nice and flavored. And while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna put this other grate over and start our Dutch oven. Hopefully it don't get dark on us, but it's a possibility. It's later in the evening, so all right. So our Dutch oven, I've got it kind of rigged up here. I put a rock here to kind of level it out, and our Dutch oven's hot. And what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna stick my coffee up here. I'm gonna take this lid off. And I'm not gonna put anything in there right now other than this pork loin. You can hear her sizzle. What do you think, girl? So I'm gonna slam that in there. I got my shovel here. And I'm just gonna scoop up some of these coals that I kind of put off to the side. I'm gonna put them right up on top. Well, I'm sitting here making a heart on myself. I should slide that over a little bit. We're just gonna put them coals up on there. I got a fire roaring pretty good. Everything's just so cold out here, and it's damp. But I'm gonna let that Dutch oven go for probably about 15 minutes, and I don't know what that's gonna taste like. I have never tried one of these pork tenderloins. It says it's applewood smoked bacon, dry rubbed with seasoning, fresh pork loin fillet. I normally put my own spices on stuff, but had this in the freezer, so I figured I'd check her out. And the potatoes I'm going to put in there, the red potatoes, they're the same canned potatoes I did whenever I cooked my oh, what did I cook back here? I think it was deer loin. And they're already cooked, red potatoes. So all I'm gonna do is once that tenderloin's cooked down a little bit, I brought a little olive oil back here, and I'm just gonna put those potatoes on both sides of that pork loin and let them cook up. Our beans is doing really good. They're simmering, and they, I don't know what that is. What was that, girl? What happened? I don't know what she just did. I think she might have stepped on a stick. You okay, baby? Yeah, you're okay, ain't you? Yes, you're a good girl. So we're just gonna keep on cooking, and I'll bring you back here and there and just give you a peek at it. My coffee is about done, and we're gonna get into that. So we're just gonna keep on cooking. All right, our pork loin, I just flipped it. It hasn't been very long. I'm getting ready to dump these potatoes in. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna do about that many. So like I said, these are already cooked. And I'm just gonna drizzle some of this olive oil I brought out on them. And of course, a little salt, garlic, oh, and some pepper. Okay, now I'm just gonna give that a mix. So I didn't realize it. If you can see down there in the bottom, right here, there's some crunchy pieces. So this pork loin had bacon is what it was. So it had it said bacon. So I didn't realize that it was on the top. It had bacon on it. So that's pretty neat. All right, I'm just gonna cover that up. And I'm not gonna show you, but I'm gonna add some more coals to it here in just one sec. But I am gonna give you a quick look at our green beans. They're looking real good. So it's got the ham and everything, onion, and I can't remember what kind of green beans these were. All right. All right, so I'm not for sure how long it's been. I just pulled everything off, it's done. And I'll show you here. Man, that smells good. So I just tried one of the potatoes, they're killer. And then we got our green beans with ham, onion. Let me give that a mix up. I got a spoon here. So I'm gonna make me a plate and sit down by the fire and eat. So here's our dinner. And just in time, because it's starting to get dark. So we got our green beans, ham, onion, our pork loin. Man, that stuff is good. Nice and tender. It's got good flavor to it. And that right, those little pieces are bacon. And boy, they really made them potatoes look or taste good. So we're gonna sit down and I'm gonna eat back here. And I hate to eat in front of you guys, but I'm sure you'll understand. I appreciate everybody watching the videos and enjoying them. I'm getting into the editing a little better, and hopefully that gets better over time. I'm just learning. I've never edited a video in my life, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. We'll see. If you like this kind of stuff, check out my other videos. And we're gonna do a lot of camping whenever it starts to warm up a little bit. I'm getting ready to take this tent down back here, and I have a hammock and a couple other smaller tents, and we're gonna do a few things back here, and a lot of cooking probably. I love cooking, as you can tell. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment down there. And tell me your favorite meal in a Dutch oven or on a fire. Whether it's what I just made, chili, a hot dog on a stick. I think we all love those. I almost came back here the other day and did this fire pit while everything's wet. I brought this back here so I could put it under my tarp that I have up. and have a little fire and do it on the corner if it's raining. But I was gonna come back here and do a fried bologna, egg, and cheese sandwich for you guys, but it didn't happen. Maybe one day. But I'm gonna sit here and eat. I hope you guys had a good Monday. I know I did. And with that, we're gonna sit out here and come here, Eve. Come here. And we're gonna get into this stuff. You guys take care and have a good week. Is that good?